everyone, it's Rachel here from Makers Gonna Learn, and today we have another great tutorial for you guys, and we're going to teach you guys how to iron on tumblers. I have seen a lot of awesome videos. Usually they're live streams of people kind of trying things out and they don't really know how it's going to happen, and you really don't want to set yourself up to fail, especially on a project like this. So we have tested this multiple times to make sure that we have the perfect tutorial for you guys. So I hope you enjoy learning how to make the perfect iron-on tumbler. All you're going to need to make this project is, of course, a tumbler. We do recommend it being stainless steel, and it can be colored or anything like that you want it to be. So this one is a more like slick metal that's a little bit glittery, and this one is kind of a matte finish here. And I'm just going to show you guys how to do it on this matte, but you can also do it on this slick. I just wanted to give you all some variations of how to do this. And we're also using glitter iron-on today. You can use regular iron-on, it will work the same way. But I have found for this project, it is a little bit easier to get it to adhere. And glitter iron-on does a very good job at hiding any little flaws that might occur in your design or as you heat it onto your tumbler. So we're using glitter today, and we're going to use a monogram. And of course, we need our baby Easy Press. I highly recommend the 6x7 Easy Press for this project. If you have a 9x9 though, or even the 10x12, those will work with a little bit more effort, but definitely you get the best control with this little 6x7 Easy Press. And we also need a little bitty cloth, anything that you have in your kitchen, just something to lay our tumbler on so it's not rolling all over the place. We are going to be picking it up with our hands and really getting in there with the baby Easy Press, but we do need something for it to sit on and to be pretty sturdy on there. And last but not least, you guys know that we preach before any vinyl project or anything like that to always wipe down your surface with some, alcohol. And we love this alcohol. We wipe everything down with it, and we are going to do the same for these because we want to eliminate every factor we can that would put a fail on this project. So we're going to go ahead and wipe our tumbler down with some alcohol as well before we get started. But guys, let's jump into the tutorial. So we've just unloaded our mat here, and we have our little monogram. So all we're going to do is weed this like any other project. We just want to reveal our pretty monogram we've got down here. And again, make sure if you do choose to use glitter for this project that you make sure you choose the glitter iron-on setting in Design Space. You do not want to choose just the plain iron-on setting. It will not cut all the way through. So make sure that you are being very specific in Design Space when talking about your materials. And after you have this weeded, we're just going to peel this up. And there's a bit of excess along the edges around here, and we don't really want that in our way. So we're just going to take some scissors and snip off the excess. Now we do want some excess because as you can see here in just a moment, it does help the iron-on stick to the tumbler. So here is our tumbler. We're going to lay it this way, and we're also going to get our alcohol. We cannot forget that. And we're going to go ahead, give it just a couple of pumps here, and we're just going to wipe it down. We're just going to wipe it down. We really want this to be super, super clean. And you all, of course, can place this monogram wherever you would like. The back, I want to say, is here next to this little indented brand name right here. So I want to flip that over and have our monogram nice and in the middle right here. So once the alcohol has dried and you have you've wiped it off and it's all good to go, and make sure your Easy Press is preheated to 300 degrees. That is important to note. We did test this several times, and 300 degrees seemed to be the best for both normal iron-on and glitter iron-on. So we decided to go with that. So we're just going to place this where we want it here, and we're going to do a very good job of sticking this down to the sides. We really want this to adhere well. And go ahead and take that lid off too. That will help you a little bit. So we're going to take the lid off. We're going to apply this down. As you can see, it's stuck pretty well here. So all we're going to do is get our Easy Press that's preheated to 300 degrees. And we're going to start at one side, kind of like this. And we're just going to place our Easy Press on it. Now, you want to do this little rocking motion here. You don't really want to start moving the Easy Press around, you just want to give it good pressure all over the monogram. So you can choose to move the Easy Press this way or roll your tumbler into it. It really doesn't matter. And if you want to and you feel safe enough, get in here with your hands and really make sure you're hitting all those spots well. And this will take some time. And this is because we chose not to, excuse me, have a countdown time for this, because there is really no perfect time for this project. We just want to make sure that you're getting in there and really adhering this properly. But guys, I do have to say, this is not at all as hard as it may seem or as hard as it may look. It works just like normal iron-on on any kind of surface. And if you've ever ironed on wood, I think that is the closest thing that I could describe this to, because wood is a very difficult surface to iron on sometimes, depending on the wood. And if you have some wood that's a little bit bowed or a little bit frayed or anything like that, it does make your job a little bit harder. And because this is a curved surface, you know, it does take a lot longer to do, but it is worth it in the end with the awesome result. So really get in here with the corner of this little easy press. We love this little guy. And he's staying at 300 degrees quite well. So we're just getting in here in the corners. We're just really making sure we adhere everything. Just go around the whole monogram. Really adhere everything beautifully. And you'll start to see those bubbles, guys, that we like to preach about. Those bubbles are a great sign. So just get in here. And again, if you guys have an iron, if you don't have an easy press, or you have the 9x9 or anything like that, you could still do this. I would just recommend, since it's such a big surface area, you really don't want to burn yourself, I would just recommend the rock method here, you know. But with this little easy press, you can really pick it up and get in all the little grooves and the nooks and crannies here, and make sure that everything is well heated. Because this is not like vinyl, you know. You can't just apply good pressure and then hope that it sticks. This is an iron-on project, so it needs an easy press, or, you know, an iron, any kind of heat source to really heat up that adhesive and get that to stick well. So it's your job to get in all the little nooks and crannies to make this project successful. So we're just keep going here. Just keep going. Make sure you get in all the little letters, and then once you think you might have it adhered well, we're just going to put the easy press back. We're going to give it a minute. If you press on it, you can feel, of course, that it's pretty hot. And this is most definitely a project that you want to let cool down for quite some time. So we're just going to fan it a little bit, and we'll test a corner here and see how it goes. So we're just going to peel it very, very slowly. It looks like nothing is coming up for us, which is great. Everything is sticking down very beautifully. And we have just a few little specks that wanted to get off from the transfer paper, and those go off quite easily. You know, just rub those off. But there you go, guys. That is easy peasy. We've done it twice. It's so easy. And if you guys want to do the regular version, it's just as easy too. I just thought I would use glitter iron-on because personally I think that it hides imperfections better. It doesn't wrinkle up, I guess I should say, if you are moving your easy press around. It's just a little bit better, especially for your first project. Guys, what did you think? I think these turned out so cute. Now again, if you do want to use regular iron-on, or you want to do a multi-layer project or multicolor projects, you can absolutely do that and get super creative. But this tutorial is a great one just to get your feet wet and to just begin making your own iron-on tumblers. It stays really well. It feels awesome on the tumbler, and these look awesome. I love the pop that the glitter gives. So if you have never tried this before, go pick you up some inexpensive tumblers. I think these were $7 to $10 at Walmart. We wanted some that were a little bit more fancy colors, but go ahead and pick you up some really cheap Ozark Trail stainless steel tumblers just to practice on and get your feet wet. But guys, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Give this video a like and let us know what you want to see next. I hope you all feel so confident in making your own iron-on tumblers, and I'm so glad I got to share this tutorial with you all. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.